Well, everyone, I am going live. I'm just driving around. Figured I'd make a nice little video of me just driving around, talking about some things, getting on my nerves, maybe stuff like that. In case you guys are listening. Like I say, I don't have any viewers now, but yes, I do have the window open, by the way. So, but I'm not going to be going very fast, so it shouldn't matter. But yeah, so just got done driving around with my friend, and so I figured, oh no! Ah! I was too close to hit the brake, in my opinion. Yeah, like, alright, one thing, not sure if you can hear it, I'm having to pump my clutch a lot. So, that's one thing that's been annoying me lately. And sorry about the music, I like to listen to music when I drive. But, so yeah. That's one thing that's annoying me. I got this, beautiful 2000 Ford, Ranger XLT. I'm confused as to if it's the extended or super cab. Like, I've never seen a Ford Ranger with 4 doors. God, that light is short. But, common issue with these Ford Rangers is that because of the way that the master cylinder on the clutch is designed, it traps air very easily. And so that's what I have to do, is I have to deal with a soft clutch unless if I sit there and prime it. And at times it'll get soft enough to where I can't even shift. But, that is actually a bit chilly now. Around here it seems to be a bit colder than where I was with my window open. But, so yeah, you know, I'm just driving around. Dealing with a very bad clutch. I don't know, but I have a feeling either my slave cylinder or my master cylinder is getting air in it. Not much. Come on. Really? I don't know why it's saying can't connect. Because it's connected perfectly fine in the past. Oh, I just thought I knocked out. No, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I have this T-Mobile sync drive in my vehicle, and I just thought I'd knock that out. Lets me know if there's any issues wrong with my truck. Said I had a misfire cylinder too, but check engine light never came on, and the DTC went away, so I guess it's not there. But so yeah, you know, I'm just sitting here driving around, like I said, with a bad clutch that's getting air. So that's one thing that's annoying me, but it might be the original clutch even, with 206,000 miles. The person I bought this truck from admitted that they never replaced the clutch. They had the truck for 130,000 miles. So there's 130 plus thousand miles on this clutch, and it's still not slipping. So, like, I kind of want to try to keep it. I'm trying to keep it actually as long as this clutch will go. Because, well, why not? It works, right? I mean, it works well enough, of course, to where I'm okay with it fucking up right now. I just have to go bleed the clutch here and there and take the master cylinder out every now and then and bench burp it. Sorry, to make sure there's no air in there. And, like, just a downshift, that's what I had to do, because I was going too slow for fourth. But, you know, it's a little bit of a hassle, but it's not bad. The other issue I'm having is my neighbors at the top of my driveway that share the driveway with us. They asked us not to park somewhere on the driveway, and it's like, okay, well, if we have a guest over, they're going to want to probably park there anyways. And if they park there, they park there, right? And tell me if you guys disagree. I mean, they're parking on our side of the driveway, first off, where the neighbors are complaining. this is what I mean about the clutch. Didn't want to go in gear. And it's not the clutch itself. It's the master and slave cylinder. Something's wrong with one of the two or both. But it's whatever. But so one time I had a friend come over about 3 weeks, a month ago, and instead of coming to talk to us about it, they parked their vehicle right next to his, intentionally blocking off the driveway. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was a flash. Is there a camera up there? I don't see one. That must have been their headlights. Jesus. And now I have a person getting pretty close behind me. Hi, say hi to YouTube people. I am going the speed limit. And they're getting up on my ass. Well, not too bad, actually. Unfortunately, you can't see them through the camera. And it might make them look closer. But for 30, I guess that they're okay. Okay. That was the person that I was talking about. Ha! Hi! You just went on YouTube. Hope I didn't break YouTube policy. I thought they were going to get a bit closer, so I was switching the camera around in case actually they decided to wreck into me. And no, I am not holding the camera. It is on a window mount, as you can see. So, literally, it's like me answering the phone on one of your guys' like new cars with Bluetooth technology and shit. And I'm actually going slow. Speed limit's 45, and I was doing 30. I hate those cars too, with those fucking Acuras with like 6 low beams, all HIDs or whatever. That's just too much. And I know it looks like I'm on the yellow line. I might be a little bit, but I'm still getting used to this truck. It's been a while since I've had a pickup. But, yeah. Get in gear. I was thinking about turning there, but decided not to. So anyways, you know, I'm sitting here with the last 3 weeks of struggling to get my truck past my neighbor's cars. Finally, I went up and confronted them. Now, mind you, one neighbor is, the husband is a tax lawyer. A tax lawyer. Yes, he may be a lawyer, but he is not a criminal lawyer. He is not like one of the justice system. He's one that helps you with your damn taxes. To me, that's just like a tax person. You know, I can do my own taxes. Why the fuck do I need a tax lawyer? But, excuse my language, sorry. Why the heck do I need a tax lawyer? Why? Well, some people mess up on their taxes, and yeah, I get it. They need someone to go to take them to court. But the wife is a doctor, and so they sit there, and mind you, they're older than me. Mid to late 30s, maybe early 40s at oldest. And so they sit there and they act like this. They block off the driveway instead of coming and talking like adults, right? And, okay, childish, I'll admit. But you know what? It's whatever, I guess. But what I really hate about it is the fact that this is not the only time that they've done this type of thing. They have constantly done this. And so finally, it was 2 days ago. I was trying to remember if it was yesterday or the day before. It was the day before, though. But, so, 2 days ago, I was sitting there raking up leaves. Yes, we still have leaves at my house, too. It's kind of sad. So I was raking and picking them up. And next thing you know is, I see him coming up. So I was like, you know what, perfect time. I'm getting tired of them parking like that after they've asked us not to park. The very way they were. And I said, look, can you move your car, please? It is actually getting on my nerves it's a little hard to get past, seeing as I have a pickup truck and you guys have an SUV, which is your biggest vehicle. That SUV is half the length of my truck. Maybe 2/3 at best. But it has a better turn radius, I know. I have a pickup truck on a very limited driveway. Well, so he goes, oh, well, we were just waiting to make our point. And their point is that they supposedly have a hard time turning around. Mind you, I have security cameras at my house. Now, they're not watching their yard, but they watch from the driveway to, like, from my yard to the driveway. But I don't cover their driveway or their yard, you know. For legal reasons, I don't want to get in trouble because of covering their driveway. One of them is specifically to watch my vehicles because magically on my old F-150, a couple gallons of water appeared in the tank, destroying the fuel pump, fuel injectors, and the engine. So, you know, I'm sitting there with now a fucked up $30,000 truck. And of course, I didn't have the cameras at the time. Otherwise, I would have sat there and pressed charges at the time. But considering how much they have done to me, it's like no doubt. Like, water doesn't appear at the end of a tank like that and just completely F up your stuff. If you go to fill up, mind you, like, I usually always fill my tanks to the top. So, if I had water in there from the pump, it would have happened towards the beginning of the tank. But no, it was all at the bottom, and it was at the end of a tank. So, that means water was added. There was no holes in the tank, and stuff like that. So, you know, I sat there and had to get it fixed, and of course, the shop I took it to, I'm not going to mention names as to shop name and stuff like that right now, but I would love to, because I used to recommend everyone with, like, trucks and stuff just to go there, because yes, they actually do the work correctly, but they overcharge. And they sat there and said that they would charge me $1,500 just to do it. And I get the bill, and it's magically $3,000. Mind you, I didn't get a written estimate. I should have gotten a written estimate and then had them give me another written estimate if it was going to cost more. But, so I paid the $1,500, and then they asked for another $1,500. So they charged me a total of $3,000 for something that one of my old mechanics that I started learning, actually, mechanic work on, said he would have done for $400. Mind you, I would have done it myself if I had known that there was water in the tank, and if I had the equipment to actually sit there, drop the tank, empty it, and all that stuff. Well, anyways, so I confronted him, right? And, well, yeah. I'm going to have to turn the camera around so you guys can't see, because I am actually going to head back here in a few. And I don't want you guys seeing where I live. So, you know, my street name. Just like all YouTubers, it's for security. So, basically, I confronted him, and he's like, oh, we were just trying to make the point across. I was like, I get your point. You said before in the past that it's hard for you to turn around. Well, like I said, I have security cameras. They watch from my yard to the edge of the driveway. Or like the middle of the driveway. The one that watches my truck is the only one that sits there and has to go pointing into their yard because, like I said, I'm covering my truck. I'm keeping it from getting damaged. And on my security cameras one day, I decide to go review, and I see them. They're turning around, no problems. So they purposely block off the driveway because they're acting childish and immature, in my opinion. And, you know, alright. Instead of sitting there, in my opinion, of blocking off the driveway, Tell me if you guys agree. Should they sit there and come confront us, regardless what issues they have with us? Or should they continue to be childish and immature? I mean, I called him out on that. You know, like, that's, to me, that's childish and immature. It's not needed. If you have an issue with the person, go talk to them. And, you know, I have a pickup truck, and you're about to see my driveway. And I'm going to show you where they park, where my friend parked, and then where they parked to block the driveway, and then where they continued to park for weeks afterward. Of course, once I get on the driveway, I will sit there and, you know, do that. But, so yeah, essentially, they did all that, right? And I confronted him, started talking about it, and said, look, can you move your car, please? It's just getting annoying that it's there. You know, I'm afraid I'm actually going to hit your vehicles. And they're like, yeah, well, we were just trying to make a point. I said, I get where you're trying to make your point of, but that's a childish and immature way to do it. Like, yes, I called him out on it. I wish I had recorded it, because this is then what he started saying. Oh, well, yeah, like I said, we were just trying to make a point. He just kept repeating it over and over. And, you know, that shit would, excuse my language, sorry, I'm not meaning to curse. It's just, that's how much this is annoying me. Like, they are very childish and immature, obviously. And, yeah, so I called him out on it. And, I mean, yeah, they moved after that, but I also did tell him, look, I have a pickup truck. If you guys want to block off the driveway again, I'll just drive on my lawn, get around you guys, and I'm going to block the driveway off, and you guys aren't going to be able to move. I had already called the police about this before, not the emergency number, the non-emergency number, because I wanted to know if the police could do anything about it. And they said, well, it's on private property. We can't go and touch the vehicle. We can't do anything. So I could sit there and block off the whole driveway with my truck. And if they block off the driveway again, I'm going to block it off. I'm getting tired of their stuff. And I'm not going to unblock it until they get fired from their jobs, honestly. I mean, they have money. But if they're going to be like this, then okay. I mean, I have a 75-year-old grandmother that lives at the house. And them doing that, of course, if my grandmother has any medical issues. So, alright, here we go. This is the driveway. You can see, it's a big driveway. So, my friend... And that's a big stick. I'm going to have to move that. Ooh. Boom, boom. That wasn't there earlier. But, alright, so right in front of me is where my friend parked, and they parked on the other side. They asked us not to have people park right where I'm sitting now. Of course, this is where I park, though. But, and then they just kept parking at the very same spot that they asked us not to park at. But, yeah, so that's my story. Hope you liked it, guys, and peace out.